Hi, my name is Molly. I am from Professor Tinkle Williams' English 102 class. For our projects, we were given 3 topics: extreme poverty, waste, and human population growth. For my project, I chose to do waste, and I'm kind of going to focus on paper waste and landfilling. So in this video, I'm going to kind of give you guys a background on landfilling and paper waste, and also talk about why we need a change in the way that we deal with paper waste and landfilling, and also how we can be that change. So, a little bit of background information on landfilling and paper waste. There was a study done in 2013 by the Environmental Protection Agency. They estimated that the average American citizen produces about 4.4 pounds of waste every day. Now this kind of piled up into being 254 million tons of waste generated in 2013 by the entire American population. The sad part about this is that only 34.4% of the 254 million tons of waste generated is actually recycled. The remaining amount is either going to be incinerated or landfilled. Incineration is when they take waste and they burn it at very, very high temperatures. It kind of melts down into an ash. This ash can actually go into the air and cause air pollution, so that's actually not the best way. It sounds appealing, but it actually does not fully rid us of the waste, and it actually can promote air pollution as well. Landfilling isn't any better though. Landfilling is when they dig holes and they put the waste inside the holes and press it down, and then they put layers of dirt over it to mask over the smell. The bad part about landfilling is it actually doesn't, get rid of the waste. It just kind of moves it. It's kind of one of those things where it's out of sight, out of mind. So when it's moved to another location, nobody really knows how much of it there is, when there actually is quite a bit. As I said before, 254 million tons just in the year 2013. Landfills are actually pretty hazardous. What they do is they naturally emit gases through the decomposition process. These gases are methane based, and they do contain carbon dioxide and whatever other chemicals are involved in the waste that is being landfilled. Landfills can also have the potential to pollute the groundwater system, and this is because when the waste is compressed in the landfills, there's a liquid that is produced from the excess liquid in the waste. This liquid kind of trickles down into the dirt underneath the landfill hole, and then it goes down into the groundwater and pollutes the groundwater that we use to drink and bathe and wash our dogs and everything, it's pretty unsafe. So also, there have been accounts of landfills piling up and then toppling over on workers. Not cool. Workers got injured. The landfill gases, I forgot to mention, they can also lead to nausea and headaches for workers. So it's putting people in dangerous situations that nobody would want to be placed in. A lot of landfills nowadays are regulated, where they have to have liners that protect the soil underneath landfills from leachates. But I actually read in an article that some older landfills are being exempt from that law. They don't have to supply a film underneath the dirt to catch the leachate, which is pretty scary because nobody wants that stuff in their drinking water. So basically, when we use landfilling, which is actually the most common way of waste reduction, which is incredibly scary, the majority of our waste goes to landfills. When we use this, it's creating a snowball effect of problems, because we're just saying, oh, it's out of sight, we're not going to think about it, it's fixed. And this is kind of creating a bad habit of ours on society, because we're saying, oh, okay, our waste is being taken care of, when in reality it's just sitting somewhere. It's not being taken care of at all. This is where we come in, being the change. There are several things that you can do to reduce your waste. and reduce the amount of waste that is going into landfills. The most common material found in landfills is actually paper. So I put together a list of things that you can do to reduce your paper waste and therefore reduce the amount of materials in landfills. Some things you can do, you can always reduce the amount of paper that you use in general. This means printing less. If you don't need it, don't print it. Using calendars on your phone, using notes on your phone. Instead of writing people notes, you can text them. Reuse your paper or buy recycled paper. They sell recycled printer paper, so as you would go get some new printer paper, you can also just get it recycled, and that's paper that has been through the recycling process and made new again. You can also use whiteboards for calendars, to-do lists. I have a whiteboard over my desk that I use for to-do lists, and I use it, oh, don't forget when you leave in the morning to grab this, and I don't have to write it down, and that's saving paper. You can also use less paper towels and get cloth towels for your kitchen, which is a big help because a lot of the times I find myself washing my hands and then going and grabbing a paper towel when I really could just use the cloth towel that's sitting right next to there. You can also use digital books, which is kind of a cool way to do it. A lot of days now, people buy ebooks. It's kind of more convenient that way. You don't have to go, especially for the library system, you don't have to go pick up your library book. You can rent a book for free over an app or over the website. That's what I've been doing. If I've just finished a book and I'm like, oh man, I really want the second one, then I just go get an ebook from the library and I don't even have to go anywhere, and it's lovely. So there's so much that you can do to minimize your paper waste. It's super easy, and I've been doing it over this past week, just minimizing my printing, taking notes on my phone or on a computer while I'm at school, reusing my paper. If I only use a little portion of the paper, then I'll save it and reuse it for another thing. There's just so much that you can do when it comes to reducing your paper waste and reducing the amount of material that goes into landfills, which is ultimately our goal because we don't want to end up like the people in WALL-E. If you guys haven't seen this movie, it's about this little robot dude here. He is the only robot left on Earth because the entire human population had to be sent to outer space in a floating spaceship kind of thing. They had to be sent there because the entire Earth is being taken over by trash, which is not very cool. Anyway, this little dude here, he finds the only plant left on Earth, and he finds a way to get it to the humans, and it's a really good movie, and I recommend it. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, I lied. Before I say bye to you guys, I want to challenge you to do this thing. I just gave you a bunch of ways that you can minimize your paper waste, and I think it'd be really cool if you guys wouldn't mind commenting down below one way that you think that you can minimize your paper waste and therefore minimize the amount of materials in a landfill. I gave you a bunch of ideas. You can pick one off the list or create your own, but I'd really love it if you guys would participate in this and also drop a like and subscribe. Just a little bit information on this channel. There's going to be 4 of us doing videos on here. We're going to do either 1 or 2 videos each, and then we're going to join together to do a collaborative video very soon. So subscribe so you know when that video will come out. My friend AJ, he's doing plastic waste. My friend Blake is doing agricultural waste, and my friend Jordan is doing food waste. So if you guys would not mind going and watching their videos, I think they're gonna do absolutely fantastic and put a great spin on this not so great topic. But I want to thank you guys for watching and sticking with me in all my awkwardness. And that's all. Thank you.